Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Hurry.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. They gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Felder. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Hey, check that, 3.
Now a give right side Swift. It's a room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, it's Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings brings up third down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Felder. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 53 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, screen play, Anderson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Ready.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on them as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Felder. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Here's Aaron Sipos now.
This is brought in at the 21. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and 10. Here's Lawrence. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, Anderson. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
On the ready. Hey, team sit, team sit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. It's taken to the 26. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Felder. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
On 3rd down, Felder.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run right here with Swift.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And they get the guard, John Runyon.
Okay, break.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Check.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Felder. Complete. Smith has it.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Felder. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Ready.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off play action. Felder. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Hey, stand up!
They'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And from down in Miami, an update. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hart. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
Look at me. Sit down. Go. Hey, Wahoo.
To throw once more on second and 10. Lawrence. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying,
got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
dam in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Jacksonville.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready? Pilot, 64, please.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set.
Now Lawrence. That's complete to DK Metcalf. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
On first down, Lawrence. That'll be taken in by Anderson. Finding room at midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready?
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Felder. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. Felder. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Throwing on third and long. Felder. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Lawrence on first down. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
From the 31, Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it?
Oh, looking for Waddle, but this is intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw. Felder. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On first down, Felder firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on second and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Off the play fake. Felder. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Felder. He'll go right back to St. Brown. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. To throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Pat Freiermuth. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Hey, Johnson. Hey, Edgar.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lawrence got a man open. It's Darren Waller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Pushes past him, and he goes out right around the 39. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can...
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because
he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line.
Lawrence will throw.
Screenplay, Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they throw the football.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Now, during that run, an injury here We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one is right through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Swift. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Swift.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
On the ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he rifles one incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Felder.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. picked off by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Off play action. Felder.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
Here we go, here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Here's Swift.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard. They see what they can accomplish.
Touchdown, Detroit! Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week two. This has been an impressive week one performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
The Jaguars take over first down here at their own 25-yard line.
We go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Lawrence on first down. That completes it again to Metcalf. He finds some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And now here is another interception. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll run here with Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 88 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a 1st down as well. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the side.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. On 1st down, Lawrence. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. third down. Here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
And the Lions first down.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.